All right, guys, gals. It's Sunday, January 9th. Again, Happy New Year. Um, there's the three pickup coils plus the pickup run, and I'm winding one more pickup coil. And I'm just trying to decide whether I should use the Beast rotor that's got the maglev in the vertical position, take these guys off, these two coils, and somehow mount these guys around like in a half circle, or if I should attempt to use this guy with the vertical magnets and put it around underneath like that, or even still use the horizontal magnets. So this guy's got will have more of a magnetic field. There'll be more magnetic flux or field coming off because these are larger and stronger magnets. And I have one, two, three, four. I have six of them on here, but I also have six on here, and those are pretty powerful too. So, and I could also mount the coils going sideways. They would get a north positive flow from each magnet. I don't know what that would do. I don't, right now, if I put them underneath, each one of these vertical magnets is north, south, north, south. So north, south, north, south, north, south. I don't know exactly which is which, but that wouldn't be hard to figure out. Same with this guy. Each one of these are north, south, north, south, north, south. And if I were to run it against it like this, I don't know. It's something I have to experiment around. But right now I'm winding the last coil. I have to solder that guy up. And then we'll figure something out. So I've got a tray for here. I think I can make one for this side, even though I don't think I would need one. And that's so I could put one, so I could go like this. I could put one pickup here, 2, 3, 4. But then I'd need to have a run coil, and maybe I could do the run coil on the other side or something. I don't know. We'll see. Stay tuned. Excuse me. So I just realized something strange. So normally when I do this, I don't, let me get this out of here. Come on, come on, come on. Normally I don't have this gear in. This gear engages with this to count how many winds I have. And I thought for some reason when I engaged this gear, I thought for some reason it geared up the winding mechanism, when in fact it's still 1-to-1. So I do a quarter turn, this does a quarter turn. For some reason, let me put it in all the way there. Yeah, for some reason I thought that geared it up, and all it really did was turn the counter. So I don't know why I did that. Anyway, these gears are perfect to attach the motor. I'll build a platform. I'll have the motor here because I can reverse just by reversing on the polarity. I can reverse which way it winds because I like it to wind this way to the right. I'd have to move this gear out on this shaft because right now it hits the handle. But I wouldn't need the handle when I set it up to do winding via the motor, but I want to have the handle there so that I can do fine adjustments if and when I need to. But I'll mount the motor here. The foot pedal will be right below me, and I'll either add a pulley onto this or use a another gear. Maybe even, let me see, maybe even figure out something with this gear. I don't really know, but I definitely, that's going to be one of my next big builds, is building this so that I don't have to do what I normally do when I'm winding these coils. I want it to be, yeah, this is a 1-to-1. But I don't know why I thought, and then that clicks down and it goes back to 0, because it would be nice to use this readout. So this way, when I wind coils in the future, I'll know exactly how many winds, 100, 1,000, whatever. All right, really stay quick. Tuned. Maybe somebody out there can help me. So I bought these little bottles that have the little metal flow tip on it to use for CA glue. And these work great for the ultra thin CA glue. But for anything thicker than thin, after one application, this little stainless steel tube gets completely clogged. And I don't know if there's a smarter or easier way to unclog it after each use. I don't know if just can't do that with the thicker CA glue, because I have that, and then I have these. And so the other blue one is the thin CA glue, and that works fine. I actually use a small, what is it called? It's a wire to clean out the 3D printer nozzle, and it comes with the nozzles, and it's ultra thin. It's like 4/1000ths, and it, for the thin one, it cleans it out really good, but for the thicker CA glue, it doesn't. In fact, yeah, it doesn't help it at all. And like I said, after one use in one of these type of bottles, it clogs this little stainless steel. So if anybody knows what chemical or an easier way to do it, maybe if I get a small wire with a cap on it, after each use, slide that wire in there, and then when I go to use it, I can slide it out. But I think that wire will just get, sealed in there. I don't know. If somebody knows something or an easier way, let me know, right? Thanks, guys. All right. Stay tuned. So I've got the 4 pickup coils done, and they even have the inserts in them. And it's funny, when I put this guy in there, oh, no, never mind. I was thinking of something else. Anyway, I've got the 4 pickup coils done, plus the pickup run coil. But what I need to do is see if this, using only one of the coils, will actually run this guy. So I need to take this out, and I need to take this out, because I was planning on doing that anyway. Which just means I got to take this top off. So what I could do is I could just mount it on the tray here to see if it'll run. So let me get that set up, and then I'll bring you guys back. All right, so it does work. I've got it kind of haphazardly mounted there, but it does work. You can see I'm getting output from the JL94 circuit. So it does work. All right, that's at 12.6 volts. It's not really centered because this was made for a larger coil. The mounting platform, but it does work. It's picking up speed. So on the camera, that thing looks like it's pulsing slowly, but in real life, it's almost a solid color. I mean, it is pulsing, but much faster. It's really picking up speed now. That little close. So I'm running it off of the larger wire, the 23 gauge, instead of the, what was it, 25 gauge. So I've got the 25 gauge will be the pickup. And I will connect that in series to these guys. Well, that's actually working pretty good, even though it's not centered. And you can see down there where it's being balanced by the repulsing magnets. Repulsive. All right. Circuits are nice and cool. That is running quite well. So let me see what I can figure out as far as setting these guys up around the exterior of this. Let me shut it off. That thing is running really nice. All right, let me try to figure something out here. So I think what I'm going to have to do is take this top off, get these guys out of here. Well, I have to take the top off to get this one out. I think. I might not have to. I think I made the mistake, though, of gluing the top magnet housing on. Or maybe I didn't. I thought it was just a press fit. But we'll find out. But just a side note, this beast has a lot of potential energy when it's spinning. A lot of flywheel type energy. There's got to be something I can do with that. My friend over at Tesla Research, I think that's what it's called, is experimenting now with flywheel technology, all that potential energy. You know, they make those flywheel batteries, those big, huge batteries that they use to store a lot of energy. This thing, it took me several tries with my fingers up here just to slow it down. And then it was burning my fingers. It was really tough to stop that thing. Once it gets spinning, there's a lot of weight on this. Oh, it's hitting the thing there. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of weight on that. So there might be something I can do with that. If I attach a pulley to it or something. Anyway, that's a whole different can of peas. So really quick, I thought I would experiment really quick with this. And you can see with these vertical magnets, it won't do anything like this. But if I put it underneath, I gotta set the, hold on, stay tuned. So if I put it underneath, you can see at 12 volts for the vertical magnets, it works great. And obviously I knew it would. But as soon as I try to hold it sideways like this, because of the vertical nature of the magnets, if I tilt it way up here like this, where I'm just hitting one of the poles, it works. Or down here like this, one of the poles, it works. So now it's getting north, south just on the vertical magnet, but straight on doesn't work. Interesting. Oops. So I may try to do something with this guy. I think it might be easier. I don't know. Yeah, let me try something with this guy first. I'll have to build, I'll 3D print little mounts for these guys using the cornhole, using the the coil hole as a support. I'll build like little stands that'll sit around this. I'll have to get like a platform, like a wooden platform or something. Yeah, I'm going to try this guy first because I haven't given this guy any love. All right. So you can see I made the stand, or I made a test stand for the coil, and it gets really super close. So that's good because the closer the better. Figured it out to be 22 millimeters from the bottom of this glass plate or tile, ceramic tile. Yeah, that's nice. So I'm printing out the other ones. Yeah, so I just need a few more, and then I have to make one for the actual run coil. That'll be a little different, but same thing, 22. All right, stay tuned. All right, so I've got 2 of them done, and you can probably see where the issue is, or there's not an issue, I knew about it. These stands, if you looked on the side, have a plug like that to hold the coil in its place. And so I knew about that, and these will be for when I'm not going to use the inserts, the metal cores. I'm printing out some different stands which will allow me to plop these guys in there. Oops. Which will allow me to plop these guys in there, because right now I can't, obviously. But I'm printing out right now, I'm printing out the stand for the run / pickup coil. And then I'll print out the other 2 stands. The first one I printed out had a full length plug to hold the coil, and it was too tight. So I cut it off, sanded down the nubbin, which is what you see in there, if you can see it. Anyway, it fits fine now, but I had to cut it down. I can't do this with one hand. Come on. I had to cut it down. You can see I used a small amount of infill because I wanted it to print faster. Because I want to try to get this thing hooked up today. If not tomorrow, I'll definitely upload it, what it looks like and what it's producing and all that good stuff. So anyway, I have this beautifully flexible stranded wire. Can't really see. Let me focus you. Anyway, it's a stranded wire, and I really like it because it's really flexible. The only thing is it's stranded, and I don't know if that's going to make a difference. Excuse me, if I should use that or a solid core copper wire. What I'm going to do is use this to connect the coils in series, and I'll excuse me, I'll cut more off of the insulation, and I'll tin the strands because it'll allow me to better bend, because I have to, especially for this one here, I have to bend it over because there's not a lot of room. Anyway, if anybody knows if there's a difference in performance, or there's obviously a difference in the resistance, if it's good or bad or indifferent to use a stranded wire versus a solid core. All right, so instead of tinning the wires, I'm using these guys, little wire connectors, and then I'm crimping, I can't focus, I'm crimping the wire on there and then bending it over and flattening it so that it'll fit inside here, and it fits perfectly once I flatten it. So I don't think I need to tin it, and I think that'll work. I have continuity after I bent it. I was afraid, and it's on there good and tight, so it's not gonna come off. So yeah, we'll see how that works. All right, quick update. So these things turned out to not work. I mean, they're okay, but I can't get enough of the bent end into the connectors. So what does work are these terminal or test block terminal connectors. And they work fine, right? So in, out, go all the way around, checking continuity as I go. Of course, these are upside down. They would flip over like that and be on the stand. So we'll just go with the simple solution. I have to cut them to get them to fit, but hey, it works, man. Yeah, I think these will work. So I've got continuity. Of course, again, this is upside down. It's going to get flipped over. But I think they'll work. It's a simple solution. It's not elegant. But again, you're really not going to see that because it's going to be upside down on stand. I don't know. I'll have to think about this. I mean, it's good for a pinch, but let me give it some thought. All right, so I got all the stands built. And all I have to do now, and I have all the coils connected in series. Now all I have to do is connect the coils to the to the last run coil, and then hook that to the power source. But I'm going to do that tomorrow because I'm waiting on one more thing. And so we'll see how this goes. I have to, obviously, I turned it over, so now I have to check to see if I have continuity. But I will be running this puppy mañana. So, and I'm also going to get that beefy sky coil involved. Look at this monstrosity. It is a bifilar coil. I'm printing out some new lifts for these so that I can use the iron cores. They're triangular stands. And I'm going to print out a couple extra ones for this one. This has got a nice hole in it though, so I think I will set it up so that I can screw it down, because it also has a countersink. Sky doesn't mess around. So I'm going to get that one involved tomorrow too. Ciao.